Now, let's talk about the biggest mistakes that people make when hiring a trainer. I kind of let some of the stuff out of the bag, but we'll start off with my favorite one on the biggest mistakes of when people are hiring a trainer. Okay. And I hope that you are not making any of these mistakes and that you have not made these mistakes. Okay. So, number one, hiring a trainer, basically judging him based on what he looks like or she looks like, and or based on like their social media profile. Okay. And only using that as a requirement of that person knows what they're doing. Okay. Now, I'm not saying that a trainer shouldn't look the part. Okay. But that shouldn't be the only reason why you hire a trainer. Okay. Too many times I see, women following other women who look great and just assume that that person knows what they do. Okay. Or knows what they're doing, I should say. Just because they look good doesn't mean they know how to teach you look good. Okay. So that's a super, super important thing. Don't just, well, I guess one of the biggest mistakes is just hiring a trainer based on how they look and just assuming that they know what they're doing. Okay. All right. The other mistake that I get is people think that all trainers are created equal. Okay. And now, generally speaking, you can go into a gym, you can say, okay, that's a good trainer, that's a bad trainer. Okay. Da, 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 right. And there's certain things that you can do. But when you actually hire a trainer or you find a few trainers that you like, you kind of just assume that this trainer at this gym is just like this trainer at this other gym, or this just like this trainer at this other gym. Or even sometimes people call me, they're like, oh, yeah, I know what you're going to talk about because I had a trainer in the past. Okay. Guys, we're not the same. It's a whole different level over here if you come over here. Okay. And I can say that confidently because I've been doing this for so long and I know I'm very, very good at what I do. Okay. So not all trainers are created equal. Yes, we might know more than the average person, but just because we know more than you doesn't mean that we're all the same. Okay. So that's a big, big mistake. Okay. Now, one of the other, I mean, this is a big major mistake that you probably never even thought of, is not really discussing your expectations with the trainer. Okay. A lot of times things are just assumed. When a client sits down in front of a trainer, a lot of times they just assume that a trainer is going to do these things for me. Okay. Never do they ever really talk about, hey, I expect you to do this for me. I expect you to play this role for me. Okay. Because again, people just assume, they wrap everything up into one. They're like, oh, okay, I'm going to assume that this trainer is going to show up on time. I'm going to assume that this trainer is going to have a process. I'm going to assume that this trainer is up to speed with their knowledge and their education and the science. I'm going to assume that this person is actually using science on me. I'm going to assume all of these things. Okay. And if you don't discuss your expectations with the trainer and what role they are going to play for you, you might be shooting yourself in the foot. So make sure that you you discuss your expectations for that trainer and what role they're going to play for you. Okay. Another mistake that I see clients make is not even asking the trainer, hey, what do you expect out of me? How can I be the best client? What would make me a good client? Okay. That is really good to know because now you know, or the trainer knows uh, what to expect from you. And you know what to expect from the trainer. So when both of you guys are on the same page and both of you are meeting those expectations, then you have a match made in heaven or at least somewhere close to it, and you're moving in that direction. Okay. And then probably this might be the biggest mistake of all. Okay. Thinking that personal trainers are experts on nutrition. Okay. Guys, there is a difference between a personal trainer and a nutritionist. Okay. Not all trainers know nutrition. They may know, hey, eat chicken, eat rice, eat broccoli. In fact, one of the kind of the red flags, I'm going to get into it right now. Okay. We're going to wait for red flags towards the end. But one of the red flags that that a trainer doesn't really know nutrition is they literally, like, every single day, you got to eat the same thing. You got to eat, egg whites, blueberries, and oatmeal for breakfast, and then for lunch you got to eat chicken and broccoli, and then for dinner it's fish and asparagus or something. It's like literally the same thing every single day. Okay, so not all trainers know nutrition and they're not experts in nutrition. So just because they know personal training, that means they should know basic exercises, basic processes, basic program design. They know that stuff. Okay. They in personal training school or in personal training certifications, the section on nutrition is like this big. Okay, it just says make sure your clients are eating proper nutrition. That's about all it covers in a personal training certification. Okay, if you want to hire somebody for nutrition, hire somebody that actually is certified in nutrition or has a background in nutrition. That's just not a personal trainer. Okay, personal training certifications are just for exercise. They're not for nutrition. So a big mistake that I see people make is thinking that trainers are experts in nutrition just because they have a personal training certification. And that's not the case at all. Okay. All right, cool.